Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free, so don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. If you clicked on this video to find out about the new lawsuit against Diddy's accuser lawyer, Tony Buzbee, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Now, Spit Squad, I'm going to read the article, then I'm going to tell y'all my opinions. Tony Buzbee, the high-profile attorney whose multiple lawsuits against Diddy and one against Jay-Z, is now accused of infecting a woman he dated with the venereal disease. According to a new suit filed in New York Supreme Court, the accuser, identified as Jane Doe, says Buzbee has taken advantage of her since 2018 when they first met during an online conversation. Tony Buzbee Getty, the woman, said the Texas-based lawyer charmed her and convinced her to go out on a date. She says she ventured to Buzbee's hometown of Houston on grab dinner with him before they took in a show. After the performance, the woman says Buzbee booked a room at a five-star hotel where he seduced her. The two allegedly had sexual intercourse without Buzbee revealing that he had a venereal disease, which is not specifically named in the suit. The woman says after she left the hotel the next day, she started to feel uncomfortable sensation around her groin, prompting her to meet with a doctor who tested her and determined she had a sexually transmitted disease from her encounter with Buzbee. Immediately, the woman says she contacted Buzbee to deliver the bedroom news. He apologized to her but seemed unsurprised because she claimed he already knew he had a venereal disease. The woman goes on to say Buzbee asked her not to disclose her diagnosis to anyone and vowed to provide free legal advice as compensation. The woman says she was filled with the shame and grief, but continued to hook up with Buzbee, who allegedly kept her on a short leash so he could manipulate her into keeping his secrets under wrap. The woman says Buzbee invited her on trips to Panama and NYC, where he owned a home. TMZ broke the story. According to the complaint the woman filed last month, Buzbee flew into a fit of rage and pushed a champagne flute into her face while they were at a bar doing one NYC trip. Now, this is interesting because he's being accused not of grape, not of any abuse or assault. He's actually being accused of not disclosing his medical status. Now, we have something that's weird about this, right? And the thing that I want to say that's weird about this, we definitely should be telling people if you have something wrong with you, something that could be life-threatening or something that could alter their life. But also at the same time, they say under the same act that you shouldn't have to disclose to somebody if you've had a sex change. So if you went from a man to a woman, they say you shouldn't have to disclose that. If you went from a woman to a man, they saying you shouldn't have to disclose that because it doesn't matter. And now I know these are two different things, but I feel like anything that you're going through, anything that you're going through physically that could affect somebody physically or mentally should have to be disclosed. But if you look at this, they filed it under a Jane Doe. A lot of this stuff have similarities to the same thing that the lady tried to file against Jay-Z and also file against Diddy. Now, another thing, Jay-Z said that his lawyer said that him and Diddy are not friends. They just supported each other in business as other successful entrepreneurs do. But I think that Jay-Z threw Diddy a bone by attacking his lawyer like this because this will stop a lot of the suits that's coming from this lawyer. And when we look at this situation, Diddy has what I believe is a very weak case. Did he abuse Cassie? Yes. Is there any excuses for what he did to Cassie? No. But were they in a relationship, a long-term relationship? Yes. Could it be a possibility that she was into some of the freaky things that Diddy was into? Yes. Could it also be a possibility that once that relationship was over, she felt like, this is not what I wanted. In the time, maybe I wanted, but at some point I didn't want it. Yes. Now, is it a possibility that she did all of this just because Diddy was holding and dangling her career over her head? Yes, that's a possibility. And if that's what Diddy was doing, he's dead wrong. But we have to wait and let everything play out. But Tony Buzbee is going through it. And I think because of everything he's going through, he's going to end up having to drop his clients. You never want to be the client of a lawyer who's being prosecuted because they're going to put more time into their cases and their freedom than anything else. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair.